Welcome to the bold analysis. This is beautiful Sunday that the Lord has given to us, and we have another moment to rejoice in what we have. I want to start by saying that start something. By the way, start something. Whatever it is, make a step. Just start. Kama ni hiyo channel unataka kufungua, just start it. Just start it. I follow there's something called the magic of 6 months. Many people want to be successful, but you don't want to give yourself 6 months of hard work. Close yourself in that room and work if you need to, and if you have that work. After Jacaranda, Raila Odinga will hold series of those meetings in all the 47 counties. And it will take the model of the BBI consultative forums. And that will culminate in a Kasarani declaration or a Nyayo declaration after going around the 47 counties. This is one thing I've been talking about. I've been thinking about it. That with what William Ruto needs, because he is the president who have the luxury and the capability of woodwinking and instilling belief in the public, Raila also needed to merge the public rallies with bit of focus group engagements. I've been honestly vouching for this, and maybe a few people within the circles got this. And I realized the biggest dilemma Azimio think tanks are having is a question of give us direction. And Raila have one option tomorrow. It's either give us direction or deny us the direction. Because those young people there believe that Raila have the direction. And Raila should give them. So he had two options. Give us direction or deny us the direction, to mean that you have it. If you don't tell us, then you're denying us the direction. I was there, and I can tell you that I've checked what the nation is talking about, and the discussion about boycott of goods. Kenya Kwanza have insisted, and I listened to yours truly, President Ruto. Someone should tell me why they. Okay, I want to tell you why they're calling President Ruto Zakayo. It is just Anaitwa Zakayo because he's a tax collector. He's taxing everything. Telling you, Kenya kiongozi hadi unabandika wengine. You guys just laugh. I read that, I was just laughing. The tax collector, that your president is now Zakayo, is the tax collector. He's taxing everything and anything and anyone that can be taxable, everything that can be taxable. Now, on a light note, suggestions are there, and Raila is grappling with the question of boycott. And I want to tell you, in the boycott list, this is what the insiders are struggling with. What is going to be boycotted? What is going to be boycotted? I tried to ask informal, unajua wale that Bungala inchi, there are some few people that are close to the circles, and I tried to ask. I was listening to them, and I was like, they were also asking themselves that question, and someone from the crowd said, "Mayai." So, of course, they never discussed it, but later on I realized it was Mayai because of a reason you're going to look up for in this, my 3 points, the lists of the boycott and what is on the consideration. Let's not go far. We'll pick a template of the 2017 when a product A, and allow me not to mention because of competition ethics, a product A was competing with product B, and Raila said, don't use A, pick B. Remember that? So let's look at the biggest thing. The boycott, top in the list, if it is going to be used as a pressure, as a means to pile pressure then it must be a product, and it will be a product that is directly linked with William Ruto, his cronies, and poll officials. If there is a company that produces a product and that company is linked to a poll official, and to be specific, Chebukati, hiyo itakuwa kwa hiyo list. I'm telling you, believe me you. So, Azmi believes that some of these few people that did this thing is Chebukati, Ruto. So they will target individual products, and this will be just to say that, okay, this is what funded, this is what was used to fund the election malpractice, or what facilitated election malpractice. So if there is a fish product that is associated with Ruto, Chebukati, and even any foreigner around, hata ya America kama iko, don't expect any magic from that. Number two, it must be a secondary, it must be a product that is, its consumption is secondary and can be avoided. Why am I saying? You can't tell people to boycott unga. You can't tell them to boycott chumvi. You can't tell them to boycott sukari unless specific brand. But it's a bit easier to ask people to boycott a secondary consumed product than a primary consumed product. We're going to look at that. The other one is products that would fall in the boycott list should have alternatives. So that the same script, don't buy B, buy C. And this too, I don't know what is the alternative for milk. I don't know what is the alternative for eggs. But hapa kwa maziwa, there's a possibility of pick A and leave B. Now, why is this boycott strategy a big? Why is the dilemma in this boycott strategy? If you remember the clip I just played for you in my previous video, there is a gentleman there called Kirum who said that boycott will not be a good way kwa sababu economy is struggling. And so, if we go boycott, President Ruto will have a way to say that we are crippling his government. And that has brought me to my first question. Raila Odinga think tank is looking at this way. Ruto is looking unmoved with the economic question. Is looking unmoved because what he's saying against, his counter narrative against Raila is that Raila anataka yake, ataki ya Wakenya. That's what he's saying. But economists will also reach at a point where they tell him that, look here, these boycotts and whatever is going on is slowing us back. However, the dilemma here is the shrewd politician in Ruto will technically turn that as a ground to mount his re-election by saying that because I have not achieved this and this, it is because of Raila. So Raila Odinga team must also have, as they push the boycotts, it must be accompanied by messaging that what we are doing should not stop Ruto from achieving what he's supposed to do. However, do they have the goodwill for Ruto to achieve? Because they still believe he's illegitimate. So that's the one question, that while you can call for boycott, but you can also give Ruto fodder, a ground to campaign and base his failures on that. The other second is this. Would the boycott of local products have a force to coerce the foreigners that Raila Odinga believes fixed him out? How? The question is simple. Unless we target products from specific countries that are supposed to be imported. That will be indirectly. But they can always change the markets. So I see a possibility. That's another question, but they also need to find a strategy that will provoke the international community, and that is why, for me, I support the move to go to embassy and protesting, and you don't need to carry stone. Mimi nasema hiyo mambo ya kubeba mawe, hiyo story imeisha. Mawe nini? Hakuna hiyo eti sasa wewe unapiga biashara. No. That's why I don't support the Nairobi MCA who was talking about kusimamisha biashara za Nairobi tukaenda State House. No. It's not supposed to take that direction. Nothing stops you. Mkibeba mabango muende kwa embassy, you will get BBC, CNN and Al Jazeera waiting for you there. And I can tell you the ambassador will give you audience. So I'm still asking whether that can be it. But again, the boycott cannot be used in isolation. It's a tool, but it cannot be used in isolation. It must be manned by the other strategies. The other question here is this. Azimio governors are currently working with Ruto, and they would not want to destabilize their bases because of the cooperation question. There is the cooperation framework, legal framework, the way national government is working with county government. And you've seen Abdul Samad Nasir, which is violating a strongest base. You've seen in Kakamega, there is a joint ticket of Fernandez Baraza and Savula, who is struggling to eclipse his boss in 2027, if I'm not wrong. You can look at Homa Bay, CIN, these are the counties. Look at Otuoma, who today was with Musalia Mudavadi. So, with the way governors are having a soft spot, and by the way, for them, they don't have any option because Ruto has taken the 85% that remains to the national government amebeba kwa mfuko. Na for you to get development, lazima kuje prayer huko Sunday, na kikuja hiyo prayer Sunday, pastors wakimaliza, mpatie microphone, awapange, nitapanga, nitakuja nipange. That's how he's fashioned it, and whether it's Moi style or Museveni style, that's what he's doing. And if you're not with him, then you're not going to get that audience. So governors are at crossroads. Remember, for some of these things to be felt, they must even be felt in the counties. The other dilemma is this. Nyanza team, Siaya, Homa Bay, Kisumu, is there a possibility that they will be non-receptive for fears of discriminating his voting base to brand him as non-developmental? Because Ruto would then say, ile kitu nilifaa, those development, they're not development. They are just development stories and promises. The promises that I promised, Nyanza, you will fail to do them and create a ground that, look here, sababu sasa mimi mzee angefanya, and mzee nzani development hatujafanya kwa sababu ya yeye. So Raila also has to make sure that every strategy that is laid down is not going to jeopardize the Nyanza region. What are your thoughts, guys? I'll look at why in my next video. Why nikisema mtu ataiba bana. Tuonane hiyo ingine.